So thank you all again for coming. This is an exciting point where we have had the opportunity to work with Calvin and his company to create something really special and impactful. So first things first, Calvin, what is Smeeple?
Yeah, so I'm still trying to figure out what it really is. But no, so what we created was a two-sided marketplace that allows people that are true experts in their field to be connected to the consumer, right? So whether it's a mom with a son on a travel baseball team that wants a little bit more encouragement or some coaching, he can now connect to a Division I baseball player, and all the way to, hey, my HVAC sounds a little bit off. Instead of paying someone to come over that most likely will give me a $700 bill and say that something's broken, I can call someone and talk to someone for about $20 to say, is there actually something wrong with this, or is this normal? So it's just a live YouTube-esque experience for all type of expertise.
Well, and to build on that a little bit more, what inspired Smeeple?
Yes.
Why?
Right.
Why Smeeple?
Right. I blame my wife all the time for this one. So my wife thought, hey, so I'm a nuke engineer. I have a background and I ran nuclear power plants for 15 years. And my wife said, can you replace the faucet on our main floor bathroom? Because I want it to be gold, not silver. So I said, sure. I went to YouTube and watched my one video, and she ordered it, and I put it in. And about an hour later, I checked, and there was a single drop of water underneath of that faucet. So at the time, why in the world would you call a plumber for $250? It'd say, hey, I can figure this out. 8 hours later, I should have called that plumber, because I finally figured out what was wrong after 8 hours, and it was the silliest mistake. But as I'm sure many of you know, sometimes YouTube and Google doesn't work. I can't type in, there's some type of drop coming out once an hour, like explaining it all, and it doesn't give you the right answer, right? Where in reality, all I needed was a plumber for about 3 or 4 minutes, and it was just multiple things like that. Where another story a couple weeks later, my son, who, you know, I like to play sports, and my children do too. However, they take after my wife, who's rather small. And my son came up to me weighing all of 50 pounds at age 10 or 11. And he says, Dad, I want to shoot a bow and arrow for you. And I'm like, or shoot a bow and arrow. And I'm like, yes, let's go do it. So I bought him a bow and arrow. We go into the backyard. He pulls it back, and he had told me I did a great job at camp. So I'm expecting bullseye, first shot. He pulls it back, he launches it, and it only goes about 2 feet. Step aside, boy. I've seen Robin Hood. I know how to do this. So I pick up the bow, I pull it back, and it literally only goes 2 feet. So I'm not shoot a bow either. So we ended up driving about an hour to go talk to the Mennonites, where I live in Southern Maryland. And they just fixed it. A couple of little, hey, stand here, release here, and so forth. You were shooting the bow fine. But in reality, in today's world, like the craziness that came from COVID is acceptance of video conferencing. I didn't need to drive an hour for the type of help that we needed. I just needed to talk to someone and really show them what was going wrong. So that stuff started happening. And I heard a couple of those instances happen where I'm like, why doesn't a platform exist where I can just talk to an expert? I want to do it myself, but I just need a little bit of expertise. So I went online and found out it wasn't there. And I said, hey, I've run, a nuclear power plant, and, I work 12, 13-hour days. It would be easy to start a company. And then the rest is history.